Hello everyone, my name is Rob, and in this video I will review something very exciting for you, the brand new Wacom Cintiq. This is how the box looks like, and I didn't say Wacom Cintiq Pro but Wacom Cintiq. So where's the difference? Let's find out, but first let's see what's in the box. Once you've opened it up, you'll be greeted with a little welcome paper, and right underneath is the Wacom Cintiq. There's also a little box that contains power cables, 3 in total in my case. And also when you lift up that little cloth where the Cintiq is in, you will open it up and then you will find the Wacom Cintiq. It's pretty light, so that would be nice for carrying around. And also the cloth will serve a purpose. There's also the 3-in-1 cable, and of course the power brick that is also thankfully very light and small. Some paperwork, and last but not least the Wacom Pro Pen 2. To set up the Cintiq, it's recommended to put it face down on a soft cloth like the one that is provided. Then you open up that little door on the top. Then you insert the 3-in-1 cable. The 3-in-1 cable will provide the Cintiq with power, data through USB, and of course the video signal via HDMI. Then you have to plug in the power to the power brick and take the remaining 2 cables and connect them. First of all, USB to the USB port, and of course HDMI to the HDMI port. After that is done, you have to install the provided driver onto your machine. I'm using Windows 10 in this case. Once everything is done and accepted and installed, it will prompt you to restart your machine, and once that is done, you will be greeted with the Wacom Desktop Center software and the welcome wizard. So click through that to do a quick setup, and then you're ready to go. The Wacom Cintiq is Wacom's latest pen display system. It features a 15.6-inch display running at a Full HD resolution and has the Wacom Pro Pen 2. That, naturally, as every other Wacom pen, does not need any recharging or batteries. It offers a great value for its cost and should be very interesting for a lot of artists that always wanted to get into working with the Wacom Cintiq system. In terms of size, it compares similar to the Wacom Cintiq Pro 16, but you can also see the difference, especially to the larger Pro models like the Wacom Cintiq Pro 24 and Wacom Cintiq Pro 32. In terms of thickness, it's a little bit thicker than the Wacom Cintiq Pro 13 and 16 at 10mm versus 7mm, but still thin enough to make for an ergonomic feel. So once you've set up the tablet with the 3-in-1 cable and everything is ready to go, this is how it looks like on the table. It's actually really well designed, and it has this little fashion tag that you can use to store your Pro Pen. It's actually the Pro Pen 2 that the tablet is coming with, so it is the same Pro Pen that is used for the Wacom Cintiq Pro 32 and 24, and it's also the same pen that you can have when you get the Wacom Intuos Pro tablet. So it's a beautiful pen, and let me show you actually a little hidden secret that Wacom built into this product. So if you take out that fashion tag, you will also see, if you turn it around, you have extra nibs in there, and you can use those extra nibs if one of those nibs that you're using is wearing off. So all you have to do is you put in the pen into this little hole, and then you tilt it, and then you pull it out. Oh, where did it go? Oh, anyway. So what you have to do is you have to gently push out one of those extra nibs, take out the nib, and reinsert it into the pen. And then you're ready to go. Put that back in, and off you go. But you also see that there is 2 legs that you can actually pop out right there, and you will have an elevated height. It gives you an angle of about 19 degrees that you can work with, so some people prefer that. I think it's a pretty ergonomic angle to work with, and there's also the option of getting a separate stand for the Wacom Cintiq that you can attach to the back of the Cintiq. So let's check that out. To install the optional stand, you attach the adapter plate onto the back of the Cintiq, and by the way, the distance is 75mm, so it's VESA compatible. Then you install the stand to the adapter plate, and then you're ready to go. To change the angle of the Cintiq, simply push the button on the top of the stand and choose any desired angle. This gives you a lot more freedom in terms of ergonomics and working positions, opposed to the default integrated foldable legs, which only give you an angle of 19 degrees. The surface has an anti-glare coating, so you don't see too many reflections, and there's also a little textured feel to it. So when you move your brush, you will notice that it has a little bit of a resistance. So it's not actually like paper, but still it gives you this haptic feeling that you're not running over glass or something. The threshold to actually trigger a stroke is very, very small. It has all the 8192 pressure sensitive levels that you have already in the Intuos Pro, for example, as well as in the Cintiq Pro series. So it's a very sensitive device. What is also cool that it completely recognizes your tilt angles, just as any other Cintiq tablet does. So for example, if you want to use different effects with brushes, then this works really well. So you can apply pressure sensitive effects as well as tilt sensitive effects. So again, this gives you a completely new perspective on how to work creatively. It's also important to note that there is no touch on this tablet, so you can't use your hands and gestures to control the interface. So you have to have one hand on the keyboard while the other hand is drawing on the tablet. However, there is a new feature that is pretty cool, and this is called the Express menu. This gives you a few extra things that you can set up manually in the Wacom Cintiq settings application. For example, you can have things like undo or redo, save, or any other specific settings you would like to quickly access when pushing, for example, the rear second button here on the pen. And also it's worth noting that the Wacom Cintiq supports other pens as well. So I like to use the classic pen a lot. Actually, I like to use both pens, and depending on what I do, I have different settings on these pens. So of course, you can also use the classic pen as well as the Pro Pen 2. You can also use the Wacom Express Key remote with the Wacom Cintiq. It allows you to map useful shortcuts onto the remote so you have direct access to them. I'm not so sure if it's really the right Cintiq for me working as a motion graphics designer. I usually work with footage and comps that are at least full HD or maybe even 4K, so I would need something that has a higher resolution than the Cintiq, which has a full HD resolution. But if you're getting started, or if you work as an illustrator or image editing, I think this is a great tablet to work with. Thank you so much for watching this review. I hope it helps you to decide if this product is for you or not. And make sure to subscribe to my channel if you like these videos. And also let me know what you think about this product in the comment section. So thank you so much and see you next time.